Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is Renegades React, and you all have been asking for it, so we are getting back into Death Battle.
Death Battle!
This is, of course, Screw Attack. They're kind of a big deal on YouTube, so...
And they recently just partnered up with Rooster Teeth, so... Yeah, so them and Rooster Teeth now, they're going to be doing some cool collaborations. So hopefully we'll see that.
So we have watched quite a few of these in the past. It has been a while, but we are going to jump right into this with Ryu versus Scorpion.
Okay.
So we got a little MK versus Street Fighter.
Yep. And both of these franchises are actually back on the rise because, you know, Street Fighter 4 and Super Street Fighter 4 and now Street Fighter 5 and now, you know, Mortal Kombat and Mortal Kombat X and XL. I mean, they're on the rise again. Of
course, these are arguably the fan favorites from, you know, their respective series.
Yeah, of course, that's the consensus, but I know what you're going to say.
Oh, well, actually, I was actually going to go the Street Fighter route, is that a lot of people, you know, I would say there's a big argument for either Chun-Li or Guile to be the fan favorite, but then, of course, I personally am a Sub-Zero fan.
I am as well.
But you know, Yellow Sub-Zero is also pretty cool.
Okay.
No, that's just kidding. I'm kidding. I love Scorpion too. Like in Mortal Kombat, the ninja characters were always the best.
Yeah, they were.
Sorry, Liu Kang.
Reptile was always my favorite. Like in Mortal, because he had the coolest. To me, he had the coolest fatalities. But in terms of, you know, who I like truly kicked ass with, the only people I could beat my sister with, because she kept doing that spam Melina, you know, that forward high kick, forward high kick, and the only people I could really get her with was Baraka and Sub-Zero. Because I would either freeze her whenever I blocked, I would do the freeze real quick, and I'd freeze her on the ground, come up and uppercut her, and then just to make her mad, I'd do a fatality to her, and she'd rage quit and leave the room. But
sometimes you just gotta violently murder your sister in Mortal Kombat. It happens.
Who am I? Melina and Katana?
I don't have a sister, so somebody's got to do it.
Okay, all right. So Death Battle queued up. Here it is.
Death Battle.
Two marquee warriors, arcade rivals since the 90s, now facing off for true superiority.
Ryu, the wandering world warrior.
And Scorpion, the ninja from hell.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Endlessly walking the earth and improving his fighting skill is the life of Ryu, the Japanese martial artist without a home.
But there's more to this karate hobo than meets the eye. After being dumped on a doorstep by his douchebag parents, he was adopted by the mysterious Goken. From that moment on, Ryu dedicated his life to martial arts. Probably on some sort of parental vengeance quest.
He trained alongside his best friend and rival, Ken Masters. Goken taught them the Ansatsuken, or Assassin's Fist, fighting style. But the name is actually a bit misleading. While originally designed as a means to murder, Goken's personal take on the Ansatsuken is based around karate, kenpo, judo, and not killing people. Unlike the ways of his violent brother, Akuma, who ultimately would prove to be his undoing.
Oh yeah, he can finger paint. Well, the Assassin's Fist sure isn't your average McDojo style, because Ryu's Shoryuken is an uppercut so powerful, it launches his victim sky high. The Hadouken uses a fighter's willpower to fire a blast of energy and destroy evil things, like waterfalls.
And physics?
And finally, the Tatsumaki
Senpukyaku.
I had it! Anyway, the thing that I totally know how to pronounce gives the finger to gravity and lets him briefly fly around like some sort of human helicopter kicking machine.
He also has a powerful step kick he calls the Judan Sokutageru.
Hey, we don't have the translation for that one. I'm on it. And diarrhea joke foot? What does it do? Kick people in the stomach so hard that he takes them to Brown Town?
With the correct kanji,
take the Browns
it's more
to the
like
Super Bowl.
High-level leg blade kick.
You know it's diarrhea kick forever in my mind now, right?
At the age of 23, Ryu entered the first World Warrior tournament to test his skills. He swept through 9 powerful combatants before taking on the champion, Sagat. After a hard-fought battle, Sagat was set to take the win.
Until he made the mistake of being a good sport. After beating the shit out of Ryu, Sagat offered him a helping hand up. Instead of taking it, Ryu gave him a surprise punch so hard it ripped his chest open and nearly killed the guy. Dick move, Ryu. Dick move.
This was Ryu's first taste of the dark power buried within him, the Satsui no Hado, literally the surge of murderous intent.
Still not as good a name as the diarrhea joke foot.
The Satsui no Hado gives Ryu incredible power, but at the expense of his humanity. He can tap a portion of this power to safely enhance his attacks. However, should his desire to win become so great he would even commit murder, the Satsui no Hado can overwhelm him and he will lose control, becoming Evil Ryu.
Now we're talking!
Evil Ryu has enormous power, to the point of being almost unstoppable. He can even blast a skyscraper to smithereens.
Yeah.
He
Like
can
a
teleport
boss.
short distances, even passing through attacks along the way. More impressively, despite Goken never teaching him this, Evil Ryu can use the Ansatsuken's forbidden technique, the Shungoku Satsu, more commonly known as the Raging Demon.
With this, Evil Ryu turns his foes' own sins against them and eradicates their soul. It was this exact attack which Akuma, a master of the Dark Hado, used to murder Ryu's master. Since then, Akuma has been haunting Ryu, tempting him to succumb and fully commit to the Dark Satsui no Hado as well. Basically, this is karate Star Wars.
Oh, you call everything Star Wars.
Well, some even speculate that Akuma is Ryu's father.
Mother of God. It is karate Star Wars.
Damn it.
But Goken's teachings instilled a powerful belief in Ryu. If he can resist and shun this dark temptation, he can attain an even greater power.
By detaching himself from all emotion, he enters an alternate state of consciousness.
Like a Jedi.
This boosts his
Dang
speed,
it.
power, and can do all sorts of crazy
It is
shit
karate
with his
Star Wars.
abilities.
This is the power of Nothingness.
Stupid name.
The power of Nothingness is more focused than the Dark Hado, allowing Ryu complete control over his mind and body. Goken even once used this power to separate himself from his soul in order to survive Akuma's raging demon. Surprise, Obi-Wan is still alive.
Ryu is skilled enough to take on numerous thugs at once, tough enough to survive being impaled, and strong enough to overpower the genetically created super warrior Seth. Oh, and he's fast enough to dodge point-blank gunfire.
Oh,
Yet
wow.
as Evil Ryu, his aura is so strong he can just walk through bullets.
That said, being the Street Fighter poster boy doesn't mean he's the top world warrior. He's lost a number of matches fair and square against the likes of M. Bison, Oro, and even his best friend Ken.
However,
Yep.
many of these losses may stem from his struggle to contain the power of the Dark Satsui no Hado, which is obviously quite difficult to do in the middle of battle.
But when Ryu unleashes his full potential, stay the fuck out of his way!
My name is Ryu, and the ultimate power has awakened within me.
From Earthrealm to Outworld, there were few who didn't fear the ruthless clan known as the Ling Kuei.
Except the Shirai Ryu, a clan with some serious balls! Not only did they defect from the Lin Kuei, they mocked them on a daily basis by wearing obvious palette swaps of their clothes. They also like to pull classic pranks like annoying phone calls, TPing Lin Kuei homes, and constantly slaughtering their loved ones.
Jesus.
Got 'em.
From the Shirai Ryu came Hanzo Hasashi, the hellish ninja of vengeance. But before he became the stuff of nightmares, he was once an ordinary young child, whose father just happened to be a deadly assassin. In hopes of sparing him from a violent life of regret and murder, Hanzo's father forbade him from ever joining the clan.
Sorry, son. You're not allowed to be awesome.
However, as time went on, Hanzo became desperate. He needed a way to support not only himself, but also his wife and son. Faced with few other options, he reluctantly disobeyed his father and began the life of a ninja assassin.
As a ninja, Hanzo is exceptionally skilled in ninjutsu, paigua, hapkido, and numerous secret Chinese martial arts. But it's his weapon of choice that earned him the nickname Scorpion.
Get over here!
Yep.
While his kunai on a rope is iconic and deadly, I'm more partial to whatever the hell that snake creature is
That was
that
kinda
lives in his
weird.
hand. Well, in whatever form, it impales the opponent and pulls him in close, usually for a sweet uppercut to the jaw.
This is similar to an ancient assassination weapon used in the Tang Dynasty called the rope dart. It's extremely difficult to master, making Scorpion's finesse all the more impressive.
He's also proficient with several weapons like long swords, twin katanas, and axes.
Scorpion's weaponry and combat prowess were put to the ultimate test by the legendary Lin Kuei warrior, Bi-Han, aka Sub-Zero. And things didn't go so well for our yellow-clad ninja. Next thing he knew, Scorpion was waking up in the Netherrealm.
More commonly known as Hell. Bet you wish you listened to Dad now. Then maybe you could have ended up in a happier place with your murdered wife and kid. Oh yeah, they're dead too.
Enraged at Sub-Zero for apparently killing all whom he'd sworn to protect, Scorpion scored a second chance by striking a deal with the sorcerer Quan Chi. In exchange for his loyalty, Scorpion was resurrected as a phantom of the Netherrealm.
And being reborn as a demon of vengeance has its perks. Scorpion can now teleport, summon fire at will, and create portals in and out of the Netherrealm he was spawned from.
That's not good.
Literally dragging others to hell. Whilst there, his plus ones can enjoy such tourist locations as Lava Pit and witness the corpse burning celebration called the Festival of Torture. Fun times!
The Netherrealm is the source of Scorpion's demonic power, and his strength rises simply by his being there.
Scorpion is so vicious he can perform no fewer than 13 different fatalities.
He can rip a person's head from their body, spine included.
That's not something you just do. Yeah. That's art right there.
Rip off his mask to show his true face.
Ah! What the fuck is that thing?
And score a
kill it
kill
with
by
fire.
transforming
Oh,
into
wait.
a, well, giant scorpion, of course.
Animality.
Or a penguin.
Wait, what?
And although Scorpion was far from the most powerful combatant in the Mortal Kombat tournament, he has defeated lethal warriors across multiple worlds. He's conquered sorcerers, demons, cyborgs, and eventually avenged his death by incinerating Bi-Han in the Netherrealm.
But it turns out that Sub-Zero guy was kind of innocent. The man actually responsible for the death of his family was Quan Chi. You know, that guy he swore himself to and has been working for this whole time? Man, Scorpion's kind of like the Charlie Brown of Mortal Kombat.
As penance for his mistake, Scorpion dedicated his life after death to protecting the late Sub-Zero's younger brother, Sub-Zero.
Though he still found time for shooting threes, hitting homers, and hosting his own cooking show.
This week on Cooking with Scorpion, learn about chopping.
Yeah, I'm not gonna trust anything that guy makes.
What?
Does he even eat anymore?
Yes, this is real.
Aside
Oh
from
my
his
gosh.
Yeah, it
passion
is
for the
real.
culinary arts, Scorpion's win-loss record is not as intimidating as you might think. But consider the outrageous scope of his competition.
Any way you look at it, it's tough to be much more of a badass than a fire-breathing skeleton ninja from hell.
I am Scorpion. Vengeance will be mine.
He's bad news.
All right,
He
the
is
combatants are
bad
set.
man.
Let's end this debate once and for all.
But
You know, I
first,
can't-
want to win the original script for this episode, signed by Wiz and myself?
I can't really
Use
call
the
it.
widget
I mean, I
link
think this
below
could be
to
a really
choose
good
the
fight.
fighter you
I
think
think
will
so, too.
prevail, and you'll automatically be entered to win.
And now it's time for a death battle!
Here we go.
Also, Legacy did a really good job.
Yeah.
I mean, live action Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Get over here. Can't fool me.
I think they need to do an MK versus Street Fighter game. Ow.
Can you stand up after that? I'll finish this. You will join me in hell.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
To the nether realm we go. Dun 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 dun.
This is some fight. Neither of us have reached our full potential.
As if that matters.
It's not over.
Oh, dark for you.
I started to say, I mean, they both have demonic powers, so.
Yeah.
I'll show you what I'm made of. Don't expect mercy. Gotcha.
I've had a clashing of the fists like that. That does not feel
Yeah, I started to say, I feel like Ryu's using the wrong power.
I will not succumb to evil.
good. Yep. Evil doesn't work on evil. Though fire does cleanse evil. This evil is using fire.
I walk the path.
Damn it, Bruce Campbell, you got
This
nothing.
is the power of mankind.
Damn.
I walk a path with no end.
By the way, neither does he.
I started to say, that's his true form, right?
Yeah. Wow.
I'm no chef, but that looks a bit overcooked.
Ryu's Satsui no Hado and the power of nothingness were incredibly powerful, but raw power alone is not enough to destroy Scorpion.
Yet Scorpion's advantage of already being dead didn't make this a cakewalk. In fact, Ryu had the perfect way to permanently end Scorpion, the soul-killing raging demon. But he could avoid the instant murder move thanks to his awesome ninja skills and teleportation.
Not
Sure.
to mention Ryu has very little experience actually using the raging demon anyway. But most importantly, Scorpion's strength increases the longer he remains in the Netherrealm, with no defined limit. Once trapped in hell with Scorpion, Ryu stood little chance in the long run.
Zero chance if Scorpion just up
Well-
and teleported him into a pool of lava.
Okay.
Which he could totally do.
I'll
Scorpion
comment
was
on
just
this
too
after.
hot to handle.
The winner is Scorpion.
Next time on Death Battle.
Wait a second. Oh gosh,
Kirby.
Majin Buu versus Kirby.
I started to say, they already made that one. This isn't.
Yeah, this is
These are old ones.
some time ago. Okay, so, okay. The whole thing about, you know, Scorpion being nearly unbeatable in the Netherrealm, I'm sorry, he's been defeated while he's been in the Netherrealm for an extended period of time. Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, you defeat him. You have to beat him twice, actually. The first time is right when you get pulled there, and once you beat him, you knock him into the lava, and then he comes back as, like, I think they called it Armageddon Scorpion, like almost apocalyptic, and you had to beat him again, and it was a difficult battle, but you won eventually.
Sure.
And I don't know. I mean, I could say, you know, Ryu could have done this and could have done that, and Scorpion could have done this and done that, but it's a death battle, and
Yeah. I mean,
Screwtax decides who wins.
I mean, they usually do a pretty good job, I think.
I think they
researching.
did a good
I
job for
honestly,
research.
I had no idea because I thought it could have really gone either way on this one.
Well, Yellow Sub-Zero won, so I
Go
guess that's that's just how it is. But Ryu, I'd say, is the central character of, you know, he's the central character in Street Fighter. You know, he is the main the protagonist in a lot of ways. But
Unless we're talking about the Jean-Claude Van Damme movie.
what movie? This film, I believe you're referring to, I did not recognize its existence, so therefore, I am aware of Jean-Claude Van Damme, but I don't think he made a film that year.
It's so good, it's bad. I mean, it's so bad, it's good, rather.
It still haunts me to this day, me watching that and being a huge Street Fighter fan and seeing Ryu and Ken reduced to background roles while Jean-Claude Van Damme's Guile, not even... I was going to say, Jean-Claude Van Damme, though he has made a good career in America, is not... he didn't even portray himself as an American. He used the same accent. And I'm like, okay, that's strange. See it? That movie.
Oh,
Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Raul Julia as Bison. Don't get me wrong. I love Raul Julia, and I thought his portrayal as Bison was actually very good. You know, he gave it his all at least, and it's sad that that's really his last film that he did before he died. But it is what it is. And another thing too. It was shit. What was it? It was the Mortal Kombat live action movies.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, first in 1994 we had the Street Fighter movie, and then in '95 we had the Mortal Kombat live action movie. I'll never forget when I watched the Mortal Kombat movie when I was a kid. I thought because it had like the killing and the fatalities in it, it was like, oh, this is such a cool movie. And then I grew up and I realized just how stupid they portrayed everything, and I was just like, wow.
Really? Because I freaking love those movies.
No, I still love watching it and laughing and everything, but it's just like my.
You have Christopher Lambert, the Highlander, is Raiden.
Christopher Lambert was good as Raiden. I thought, his portrayal was good of Raiden. It's just.
And then they randomly got Adam Sessler's brother to play Raiden in Annihilation.
Actually, that was James Remar, who actually is a really good actor.
He did a good job. I think he looks like he's related to Adam Sessler.
Blonde hair, he does kind of look
with
like
that
Adam
hair.
Sessler's like older, more grumpy brother.
I thought so.
And I was gonna say, Annihilation, Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I remember thinking to myself, like, okay, this is gonna be cool. I like the first one, and I was still a dumb kid when I got it, or when I watched it the first time. I was just like, wow, this is 10 kinds of not cool. And it was just like, and what really set it off for me is, like, even as a kid, the CG dragon and the CG monster that the Emperor became, I was just like, huh? That's horrible. That's not even remotely good. Honestly, did you just find some random guy in the street and say, hey, are you a graphic designer? We need your help. Come in here. I have no...
What do you do?
What can you do? But I really like the fact that, well, it's just like we watched Hardcore Henry earlier today. Maybe this is, and if, a video game style movie such as that, if that's not a movie styled to be like a video game, I don't know what is. You've got the main character that doesn't talk. Well, I know more main characters are talking nowadays, but way back when, main character didn't really talk. Gordon Freeman didn't really talk that much.
Mm-hmm.
And also the portrayal of the character getting stronger as the game goes on, the game progression.
Sure.
And I think that's what they need to do. Like Legacy, you're right with Mortal Kombat Legacy.
Mm-hmm.
They did a good job portraying the characters
sure.
in a lot of ways. But in terms of movie format, you need to build up the characters. You need to build up the characters like that, because when you just throw them out there, with no exposition, it's just like, oh, hardcore fans will know who these people are, but what about everyone else? Because you got your hardcore fans, but then you got the regular people who are just like, oh, well, what's this guy's backstory? I don't know. You mean I got to play a game to know? Oh, that's stupid.
Right.
And you got to dedicate time to that. But here we are ranting about movies again, and we just got done watching a friggin' death battle. And Screw Attack. They're gonna keep making these until there's nothing left to death battle.
I hope so.
I mean, what's one death battle you'd like to see but hasn't been on there yet?
Never really thought about this.
Me? I would like to see... I'd like to see the Hulk. I'd like to see the Hulk versus... Let's see, who is it from... I know. The Hulk versus Solomon Grundy. Or maybe that's already been done. That's Marvel versus DC, so...
Yeah.
Because Solomon Grundy's an undead behemoth. And the Hulk is just the Hulk.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really thought about that.
Man. I'm seeing all these other death battles here. Kirby versus Majin Buu. Kratos versus Spawn. That one interests me because both of them, both characters, been to the underworld. And when are they going to make a good Spawn movie?
I don't know. I mean, some of the makeup effects for the one they did, were cool. The practical
of
effects.
Course, you know who did that, right? Greg Nicotero.
Oh.
Greg Nicotero and a lot of the crew from The Walking Dead did a lot of the prosthetics and stuff like that. But the CG work and the script were just horrible. Right. Honestly, there was one. The Doug Walker, the nostalgia critic, did a review of it, and he goes over like one scene, and it shows like all the spawns in hell, all the others in hell. Like rising up on those platforms when the devil's talking. There's actually one spawn that's just like air humping. I'm just like, did they think they wouldn't notice?
I mean, it's like, what else has he got to lose? He's already in hell.
Well, not really. Well, I think maybe the actor was just like, how are they going to notice me? It's kind of like that guy who pulled his willy out at the end of Teen Wolf. That really happened. I was gonna say, when I was watching Teen Wolf, I was just like the movie. I was just like, wow. I was like, all right, the movie's over. And then the very slow shot, like slow motion in the background. There's that guy, and it's just like, dude, really? And I was gonna say, I guarantee you, like later on, he was like talking about it, just like millions of people have seen my junk. Just probably laughing his ass off.
That is not right.
That's not right at all. Jeez. Oh man. I'm still in the air about this death battle, but I accept what happened.
I thought they did a good job. I honestly,
of course, they did a good job.
Had no idea, but they always do a good job. And of course, as always, tell us what you guys think. And keep suggesting these. Of course, the suggestions for death battle have been rolling in, so we are getting back into that.
So you can expect more.
Hopefully, more of these will be coming. As always, check the description for our related content. And once again, thank you for joining us, and hopefully we will see you all very soon.